This is our Autogefühl live preview of the all-new Audi Q2. Sounds quite interesting, yeah? In Germany we would say Q2, so the Q2. And it has received different opinions in our first previews we've shown you so far, from the pictures you've seen. And of course I want to hear your comments about this car here so far here. Some basic facts as first, it's on the MQB, on the modular building platform for the compact wheels in the Volkswagen Corporation with 4.20 meters. It's a little bit shorter than the A3 Sportback and will spice up the segment then, well, below the Q3 because it's even shorter and doesn't sit that high. But of course you see it's already quite a strong appearance, especially here with the front grille. This one has been newly designed and we haven't seen it in that case here so far, and really steep and quite huge for such a rather small car. Also the headlights have been redesigned. We haven't seen them in that kind of form. It's not really following the Audi design scheme we have seen so far, and therefore also quite interesting. We have also different colors. We'll soon show you other colors here. This one here was the orange, then we have a nice blue. I love this blue. It should be the Sepang blue. And also a really dark red, kind of wine red. So we'll check out different colors. So far about the side profile. What's interesting that the main design line drops down here just a little bit and then goes on the height of the door handles. And just from the upper part, you would just say, okay, it's really an A3 Sportback with the 5-door version. Then if you look at the lower part, you got the off-road look, contrasting color, but it's not matte. Plain plastic, it is painted, and that's the special thing about it. Also 2-color crossover style alloys. Those ones here are now in 19-inch. By the way, a very nice detail. You see this Audi air cap here, the cover for in a way put the air in. Very nice detail, definitely. And this area here is also very remarkable. It's a big contrast. You know, right here at the C pillar. This one is also one of the unique design features of the all-new Q2. And again, total no rear lights, and so it's not like we've seen from other new Audi models, for example, that rather carried over from old ones. This one didn't have any predecessor, and so they could do some more new stuff here. 3D effect in the taillights. By the way, this looks like a little bit like the Source Hammer design in the Volvo, doesn't it? Let's close the hatch here. It's electronically, not from the standard equipment, but optionally. This is here from the Bang & Olufsen sound system. You can also get a replacement tire, but that's also optional. And then, of course, not with this sound system compared. It looks like kind of similar like the one we have in the A3 Sportback. We cannot flip the seats from here. We have to do it from around the corner, and then we can see how that one plays out. There's a 1/3, 2/3 split, and you have an even loading surface here, and so you can very well use it as just as an A3 Sportback. Difference is really that it sits higher. You've seen that the car sits higher, definitely. Electric hatch here. Let's see the test. Sensitivity is not quite fine-tuned. It has to be more sensitive. Then the inside has a nice detail. You see some joyful design, fits to the exterior color. We'll see if that also applies to the other cars we see right here. And this is also not held in black, but in dark blue. It's also another interesting design idea. And therefore we also see, maybe we can take a look at it from 3/4 from behind here. It's a very interesting concept that we have, you know, a little bit more joy in the Audi design on the outside and also on the inside. We'll soon take a look at the cockpit as well. And I think I really liked it because some of you also said, oh, some Audi design have become a little bit boring. Well, here they've flipped around it now. Let's take a look inside to the front. And there we can see again those orange contrasts we've just seen in the rear compartment. Also around with the dashboard. Everything else looks kind of like with the A3. A very flat screen, especially when we look from the side. But I really like that you can order such contrast. I mean, you don't have to, but when it's available, you can spice up that a little bit more. So I'll first take a seat on the co-driver part, and you feel that you're sitting more upright than in the normal A3 Sportback, definitely, especially when you look outside here. And then this, of course, adds some more comfort in your everyday riding. And I mean, people are getting used to SUVs in every kind of segment, and because they offer the more upright seating position and partly also a better overview, and therefore it's only just logical that Audi also takes this smaller SUV segment. Especially the small SUVs are really booming right now. And so, I mean, it's standard Audi seating position, as we also know from the A3, basically. And we can take the driver's seat in now. Maybe I'll give me a lift. Yeah, we take the chance. Holger will follow us for the driver's seat. Really interesting again, when you come from the rear, you see the design and this here, and then in the split. Very interesting here. You see? Then it converts into one line in the front again. Haven't seen it from Audi so far. Now the driver has a new steering wheel with some glossy black contrast, and you can see again the scheme with the orange contrast at the dashboard. Let's see. Yeah, especially at the driver's seat, you really feel that you're sitting higher, and I like that. I mean, we've driven also the Q3, of course, and well, the Q3 offers a more spacious feeling, definitely. It's also a bigger car, but I mean, why not put a A3 Sportback higher? You can change the steering wheel from the height and also from the from the length. Very sporty steering wheel, very compact. And you have a good overview to all of the sides. Just the C-pillar right there behind. The C-pillar is a really little bit blocking the view. A new widescreen we have here, really big widescreen format. But I basically like that. And also the vents we know from the A3, that looks quite fancy, and you can turn them to open and close them, or to you have a diffuse. I can show it here, open and close, and or control them here to have the airflow controlled here as well. As we know from Audi, also from the middle console, we have a very good sound design. For example, for the central control, and you can, for example, control with right letters when you're in the phone mode, for example, then it's possible. And a very modern display of the GPS. Really like that here. So you got a modern system, definitely, more contrast switches, more joy in design outside and on the inside. So far, that makes a very good impression. I could sit here right there, and I'll go in the back now to compare the space we have in the rear. And you don't have too much space in the A3 Sportback, but here, although the car is a little bit shorter, it's better because you have the more upright seating position. At least that's my impression. I mean, with a 4.20 meters long car and still have space in front of my knees, even if I would be driving. So this is a good result. There is a panoramic roof in the front, but in the rear, the ceiling goes higher again a little bit. So overall, this one offers a very good package. You get the Audi quality for, relatively low price if you compare other Audis, not other brands. And you have a lot of space in the car considering the length it has, and that of course doesn't count for some of the classic sedans, for example. Now to my favorite color, if we turn around, I would definitely go for this one. And look how spectacular this blue color looks like, especially with the huge 19-inch rims in the two color scheme. Wow, that is kind of a setup. And here again, you see that close the door. Here again, the design line comes one here, goes wide, converges to one design line again. And I really like that Audi is saying, okay, this is a smaller segment, maybe even more private customers, and so we try to be a little bit more daring in the design. Really great. See the steep front grille again, glossy gray in this kind of style. It has also arouse some criticism, saying, "Oh, it's so ugly." But here on the live review, I think I like it because it's something different and also has a kind of strong appearance. You know, you shouldn't be feeling like, "Oh, that's just a very small car." You can feel quite of self-confident with it and have more joy. And because all of the other mini SUVs, they are maybe even more extrovertive when it comes to the design, and so I wanted to catch up with it now. We can take a look here also at the panoramic roof. It's open, it gets slided over the one. It's not too huge though, so just a small opening, and the other one was closed there. That's always interesting how this one also holds at high speeds, for example. I just love that color, really. We can take a look from the rear, also in this color then here. Again, totally new Audi taillights. Doesn't look like, you know, a very typical Audi we have seen lately, and I mean, that's not bad. Why not putting something else? I want to hear your comments on that one, of course, of the exterior and the interior. Then the next color we can see right here, and there you can also pick the contrast color. Well, in this setup, the contrast color was chosen. It's really extreme contrast with the white C-pillar here. I think that's a little bit too much. I think when it's in black, maybe it's better, or in the vehicle color, but here in white, wow, that's a little bit irritating to me, I think. I wouldn't pick it in that way, though. See, here there's a 2-liter TDI Quattro. Of course, you will also have a turbo petrol engine. In this case here, the Spider rims, which look kind of a little bit old school, but sometimes I'm also into old school. We can take a look inside here as well, because it's another color setup you can choose. Of course, especially in this segment, the car definitely starts with cloth seats, and you don't have to pick those optional leather package here. Yeah. By the way, did you see the contrast here again? In red now. So it is obviously possible to fit those interior packages in to the exterior packages. Is also a very nice idea. And this is also a little bit different in the styling as for the cockpit. For example, also the steering wheel, as we can see. There's a flattened end, so you can also get this steering wheel. I always like to show you different kinds of interior styling. There again, you can get used to the contrast we see here to the exterior color. And as I said, the flattened end of the steering wheel and another seat form and also another color of the seat. This is here the S-line, therefore we got those sporty stuff, and also with the automatic gearbox here, therefore we had the automatic gear shifting lever. Yeah, very interesting first view on the all-new Audi Q2. And of course we will drive this car this year and then tell you even more about how it really performs, although it's sitting higher. But overall, I think Audi will be very successful with this vehicle, because it will present a new entry into the Audi world besides of the A1 you have, and definitely an entry into the Audi SUV world. And really, very much people are looking forward to, for example, driving Q3, Q5 or whatever. And this one will be the new alternative then. Question is if maybe some people move down from the Q3. That might be happening as well. So, thanks for watching this first review of the Q2, or the Q2 as we say in Germany. I hope you will also join us for more coverage in Geneva and of course more coverage from Audi. There's always an Audi playlist in our video description. You can scroll them right down. There you can find so much more Audi videos from Autogefühl with Thomas. Thanks for watching.